Here it is, the DJI Air 2S. That's right, Air 2S. We can't say Mavic anymore because, well, it's a Mavic. It's the new and improved DJI Mavic Air 2S, and S standing for sensors, maybe. But we're going to do the fastest unboxing I can possibly do in under 3 minutes, and then straight from there we'll do a real quick talk up about it and why I bought it. So let's move on to the unboxing. Alright, so here it is with all the stickers taken off and the props put on. We'll get right back to that, but first what you get is a complete 3 sets of props with the Fly More, and 1 set's on the quad, the other 2 are right here. Then you get 3 batteries, one's on the quad right now, and here's the other 2. And you get a charging hub, and what that does is you connect, simply snap in each battery, plug it into the wall, and then they'll charge one at a time, not all together. And the other thing you get is a better set of ND filters than what we got with the Mavic Air 2. The 2S comes with ND 4, 8, 16, and 32. And a nice little case. And you have the controller with spare sticks, and you can store them down here when not in use. I have my spares on right now just so I don't lose them until I get this thing all set up in a case. This controller has not changed. I will point out that it comes with the cable, a lightning cable for iPhone, and you can simply unplug it right here and then use whichever cable your device uses, micro USB or C-type. And lastly, you get a USB to C-type to charge your controller. And then you have this guy here, which a lot of times people, I did not know what this was the first time they ever gave it to us, but you simply connect like this, plug one of your USB, say devices like your cell phone, plug it into there. I can't get that in there, but you can plug your cell phone charger in there and then charge your cell phone with the battery. So that's what that's for. Alright, so let's talk about this baby. Why I bought it. That's all I'm going to talk about here. We'll talk about the upgrades, but why I bought this quad. First off, you can see 1-inch sensor versus 1/2 inch. So if you look at the Mavic Air 2 versus the Air 2S, you can see the complete difference here between the sensors. So you go from 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and that would be one of the reasons I bought this quad. And the benefits there, I'm not a night flyer because I live in the mountains and there's just nothing to see at night. You might see a few tower lights or something, but that's one of the benefits. But having a larger overall sensor, bringing in more light, that is a better option for me. So this just adds to the quads that I have a 1-inch sensor on. So that would be one reason I bought it. We also have the added sensors on top, giving us the sports car Porsche look. And that is not why I bought it. If I can turn off sensors on any quad, I turn them off. I don't buy a quad for its sensors, its obstacle avoidance. If you see how I fly, you'll see why I like them off. I fly into obstacles and don't try to avoid them. So the sensors mess me up on a quad. So I don't really care about those, but it does give us quite a, this thing's starting to look like a spider with all its eyeballs. But then the other thing is we have the quieter props. And really, I guess the color orange is what made these quieter, because there's not a big difference between these and the ones of the Mavic Air 2. Held them side by side, very slim differences if you see any at all, other than the orange paint. So orange is quieter than silver. I don't know. And then lastly, the big O. The big O gives us that creepy word, penetration. OcuSync 3. So, of course you're going to have a better signal there. The guys that bought the DJI FPV like myself, you see how well that thing penetrates. God, I hate it. I hate using that word, but that's what everybody says. So, much better penetration in your signal with this. So, I really look forward to that, because just again, I'm out in the mountains and stuff where I fly, I need that. So, but the biggest reason I bought this is the OcuSync 3.0. And that would be because there is the potential, we're just going to say potential. Now, there was a lot of channels before this ever came out that said we're going to be able to use goggles with this. Well, DJI's never said that, so we don't know. But I bought it with the hopes that I'll be able to put these babies on and fly it. I really enjoy wearing these, flying with these. The image inside here is amazing. So I do enjoy the goggles flying my DJI FPV, and that's what I hope to get out of the DJI Air 2S, not a Mavic. They're all frickin' Mavics now. They all look like a Mavic. They're all Mavics. They're trying to take that Mavic name away, but let's face it, they're all, everything they create now is a Mavic. But that's what I'm hoping for. So naturally, DJI, if they're going to do this, naturally DJI would not introduce this in the very beginning. Because they need to sell a shit ton of the DJI FPV. So everybody, please, anybody watching this, if you haven't bought it, get out there and buy that DJI FPV. Make them sell a ton of them so they can get their quota in, and then hopefully they'll release this to work, or they'll do a firmware update to where this works with the Air 2S. So my saying that would be, if they introduce this to the 2S right off the bat, that would probably hurt DJI FPV sales. Two totally different quads, but if you're going just for the goggle effect, that's going to take some of your buyers away from the DJI FPV. And cheaper to boot. So definitely a lot less crashing. So which I have not done yet, but that's my theory. I think they're just going to wait. They need to sell, because this Air 2S came out very shortly after the DJI FPV. It's been a very expensive month, but or just over a month, but they need to sell those. I think that this would put a little bit of a pinch, just a small pinch, on the sales of the DJI FPV. So that's just my theory. I think they're gonna hold out, and then hopefully, please, DJI, give us an update to where we can use this. This is my number one reason for buying it. If there was no possibility whatsoever, if they said absolutely not, we are never going to give you the ability to fly the DJI Air 2S with goggles, I really don't think I would have bought it. I might have held out and waited for the Mavic 3. But now that I've bought it, that Mavic Air 3, the Mavic 3, it's going to have to bring a little more to the table. It's going to have to really wow me for me to buy that. I don't think I'll go that far. I have the Autel Evo 2. I'm happy with that. It's got everything I need. Too many sensors. But that's just what we're going to continue to get. So, I mean, I would say the 3 is going to be like an 8K camera, 6K or 8K camera. Oh, that's the other difference. I'm sorry. 5.4K camera is what this guy has versus the 4K on that. So that I actually like too, because I have the iMac Pro and I have the 5K display. So I can actually kind of see a difference there. When I do a video, that when I watch videos on my screen, I can't upload them and do anything with them other than that. But my viewing preferences, it's something I guess I can see. Can we see 5.4K? I don't know. I'm getting older, so I don't even think I can see 4K. But it is a better camera. Let's just put it at that, and we'll close the door on this one. I just want to do my little unboxing, tell you why I bought it, and let's all pray to the drone gods and DJI to bring us the ability to use goggles. Please. Thank you. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I don't normally do unboxings. Just want to put this video out. Kind of a little intro to my channel, introducing this guy to my channel. So hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new to my channel. And hit that bell for future content and notification. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.